Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am so sorry that it has been so quiet here on my channel for about 3 weeks now. I have just been crazy busy. I have been meaning to do this video for you for so long. It was on the 16th of May, which is about 3 weeks ago, that I asked you on my Facebook page what you wanted to know about living in Dubai. So I'm finally going to do that for you today. I would usually have something in front of me to prompt me what it is that I wanted to talk about, but today I have nothing. I'm not prepared, so I'm just going to be telling you everything that I have enjoyed about living in Dubai, and I'm going to respond to some of the ideas and the questions that you sent to me on my Facebook page. So before I begin, there's something that I want to mention which I shouldn't really have to say, but I feel like if I don't, I'm going to cop a lot of negative comments below this video. So what I want to say is that if you don't agree with what I have said about Dubai, and if there's something that you feel is really untrue, or you just have found that you've had a different experience in Dubai, that's totally fine. I've only been living in Dubai for 2 years, so I don't know it inside and out. I'm basically just giving you the information that I do know and answering your questions to the best of my ability. So if you don't like it, don't worry, move on. You don't need to leave nasty comments below because it won't achieve anything. I really hope that this is going to give you information about Dubai and answer the things that you want to know, but if you don't like it, it's fine and just move on. Alright, now something that I do get asked a lot about is, by now a lot of you are aware that I'm vegetarian, and I get asked a lot of questions about whether or not it is difficult to live in Dubai being a vegetarian. So I can very easily say that it is not difficult at all. I have everything available to me that I would have in my home country, so I find that eating out, doing grocery shopping, all of these things, going to work, bringing your own meals, all of that is very easy. I don't struggle with it at all. I find that there is really delicious restaurants to go to that all cater for vegetarians. So for those of you who have told me that you are vegetarian as well, don't stress if you are planning on moving to Dubai in the future or you are already in Dubai. You're not going to struggle with this at all. There is so much available. You can do a quick Google search and find restaurants in Dubai that are specifically catering for vegetarians, and I've been to quite a few myself and they are all excellent. I haven't had a bad experience, and I also haven't been to any dining out area, any restaurants or anything that haven't actually had a vegetarian option. So in that respect, I find that being a vegetarian in Dubai is very, very easy. The most commonly asked question that I received when I posted my idea of doing this video on my Facebook page was, a lot of you wanted to know about the culture and religion in Dubai. So in some previous related tutorials to this on my YouTube channel, I have mentioned that in Dubai, in the country of the United Arab Emirates, it is a Muslim country which is abiding by Islamic law. So I am by no means an expert in Islamic laws and all that is entailed within that. So I'm just going to say that from my experiences living in Dubai, it has been very easy. I came with the idea of it probably I would have to adjust a lot to the culture and to the way of life and to the religious beliefs that they have in the UAE, but in fact I found that there is pretty much no difference as to how I would live my normal life back in my home country in Australia. I find that actually it's almost identical, it's almost the same. There's differences that you will see within Dubai. Of course, there's plenty of mosques, you will hear the mosques, and the cultural and traditional dress in the UAE is pretty unique, but apart from that, there is nothing within Dubai that I find that is very different in terms of religion and culture. So I think one thing that we all need to understand when we are going to either visit or move to another country, whether it be the UAE or any other country in the world, you need to, of course, adjust and respect to the culture and religion in that country. It's no good going with the attitude that you can just continue to do whatever it is that you would do in your own country. You need to be very respectful of other people's beliefs, and when you are making the effort to do so, you're definitely not going to face any problems. And especially in Dubai, I find it's very liberal. I find that everyone has a pretty open mind with the dress code for women. It's fine. I mean, I know that there's this big reputation about the dress code in the UAE. I find that if you're going to dress respectfully, always covering down to your knees and covering your shoulders as well, there's no problem. So that's something that I know a lot of you are concerned about. I hope that I've answered your questions. If you feel that I didn't answer something that you wanted to know within regards to that, I'll do my best. But as I said, this is not something that I'm an expert about, so I will just do my best. And you can always leave a comment below if there's something else that you wanted to know about that. The transport issue in Dubai is pretty good, actually. I don't own a car in Dubai. My husband and I didn't feel the need to purchase a car. The public transport in Dubai is pretty good, actually. They have a bus system, which I never actually use, but they also have a metro system, which I use all the time. Metro system is very good. It runs every 3 to 6 minutes. There's just 2 lines, but I believe that they are working on more lines in the future. It's very affordable. The second and third way that I get around Dubai is either by crew transport, which is offered by the company that I work for, or taxis. There's loads of taxis in Dubai, and for me, I find that they are very affordable. I know you're always going to compare these things to the country where you're from and the expense of things in your country. So for me, taxis and generally living expenses in Dubai are very cheap. But I've spoken to many other people who completely disagree with me. They feel that Dubai is very expensive, and that is because we are all comparing it to what we are used to. So when I say I think it's affordable and that I think that it's quite cheap to live in Dubai, you may totally feel that that is not correct at all, and you might feel that you oppose that 100%. So sorry if that's your opinion, but for me, I have found that living in Dubai has been very affordable. And in terms of getting around, taxis was why I stuck with taxis, is because I thought, because they're so cheap, there's just no need for me to buy a car. Another popular question that I received was sightseeing and things that there are to do in Dubai. So you might just be a tourist to Dubai or to the UAE, and you might want to know what there is to do in Dubai. So I feel like I've done a lot of the tourist related things, a lot of the popular sightseeing things that there are in Dubai. I think the top few things that I highly recommend are, of course, the Burj Khalifa, currently the tallest building in the world. It's really impressive to go up there, to have a look from the highest floor that you can go as a guest there. You can look all up and down the coast. You can look in the direction of Sharjah and the Emirates in that direction, and you can also look up the coast towards Abu Dhabi, and it is so beautiful. It gives a really, really good panoramic view of Dubai, and it's very, very high. So if you are scared of heights, you need to be prepared that yes, it is very, very high. Another thing that I really enjoyed doing when I was trying to tick off all of my sightseeing things in Dubai was going and seeing the Burj Al Arab. So that's the sail-shaped building that you probably have all either been to or seen. If you're already in Dubai, there's no doubt that you would have already seen that. It is a really impressive, beautiful hotel. I haven't actually been inside, but just to see it from the outside was really spectacular, and I can totally appreciate the architectural feat that it is, and that is something that I highly recommend that everybody goes and takes a look at, and even if you can, if it's available to go inside and have a look also. Another thing that I really have enjoyed doing, I've done it twice now, is going to the Wild Wadi Water Park, and I've been there with a few friends, and it is just so much fun. I rate it really highly compared to other water parks all around the world. I think that it is excellent. I never face the problem of there being too many other guests there at the same time. You can almost always go straight onto a ride. You need to time it within the months of the year where you are going to be able to be comfortable at the water park, because it gets very hot in Dubai. If you're going in the middle of summer, which I actually did on my first time, although it is a water park, you will be very, very hot all day. So that's just something you need to be aware of. You need to probably consider what month of the year that you will visit a water park in Dubai. Something else that I really enjoyed doing while in Dubai, on my first or second month of arriving in Dubai, my husband and a few friends of ours went and did a desert safari. So you go in a big Land Cruiser and they drive you out to some sand dunes, and you will go sand duning all over the place. So it's a really fun thing to do. I thoroughly enjoyed it, even though I was a bit apprehensive to do it in the first place. I really did enjoy it. After you've been sand duning, you are taken to a traditional Arabic feast where you go and select all of the food that you'd like to eat. You go and sit down on these really nice, I can't pronounce the name of the setting that it is, but you go and sit on these nice carpets and you all eat together. You enjoy some entertainment. You can have henna tattoos, you can smoke shisha, you can ride camels, you can have pictures with falcons. It's a lot of fun, and as a tourist and as a first timer to Dubai, that's something that I really highly recommend. So moving on to the dangerous issue about Dubai. A lot of people are worried that Dubai is going to be a dangerous place and that they're not going to be safe in the nighttime there, and that it's not safe to be alone and all of these things. My experiences are that it's actually an incredibly safe city and a safe country in general. I never felt like I shouldn't be alone by myself out at night, nothing like that. I never had any experience like that. I rarely heard of anything like this happening. I don't really know what more to say about that, because it's not something that I was ever concerned about at any stage. I have never felt that it's not, appropriate to be out by myself. So that's something that I don't really know what else I can talk about. It's something that I know everyone has a concern when they're going to a place for the first time. So I feel that if it's a great concern to you that it's not going to be safe for you to be alone or to be out at night, always go with your friends, be with people that you trust, and don't go to places for the first time alone at night, things like that. And just be very careful with the whole drinking alcohol issue in Dubai. So this is another topic that I really want to touch on quickly, because I don't know a lot about the legalities around these alcohol licenses and things. I just know basically what my company told me when I began my job in Dubai. So to drink alcohol in Dubai as a resident, if you're going to go and work in Dubai, you will be given a residency visa. So as a resident to the UAE, you will be required to purchase and obtain an alcohol license if you wish to consume alcohol and or hold alcohol in your house or your apartment. So even if you won't be consuming any alcohol yourself, if you wish to hold alcohol in your house or in your apartment, you will be required to obtain an alcohol license. Very simple process. It costs, I think, about 150 dirhams, the local currency. You'll be required to obtain a new license every 12 months, and that will allow you to purchase, consume and hold alcohol within the UAE. So I don't really know how it works with non-residents. If you're just passing through Dubai on a stopover or just as a tourist for a few days, I just don't know how it works. I think it's something that you will need to research yourself on the internet. Try and get as much information as you can about this before you go. Make sure that you are fully aware of the situation surrounding this alcohol issue, because the last thing you want is to get into any trouble for something that you weren't even aware of in the first place. Because Arabic countries and places like that in the Middle East, or anywhere in the world really, that is not permitting alcohol consumption by everybody generally without these licenses, it can be unaware. You can be unawares if you're going somewhere like that for the first time. So please make sure that you're aware of these things. Ask lots of questions. Ask people who are more aware of it than I am. Ask somebody who really has been living there for a long time or has travelled there many times, to gain as much information about this as you can before you go, so that you don't get in trouble for something that you weren't aware of in the first place. This leads to a subject which I didn't really want to talk about because I don't have a lot of knowledge about this, but I hear a lot of people saying that they know of, or they have heard stories of, people who have been arrested for really simple things in the UAE. Now, I can't really comment because I don't know of anyone personally who has had this happen to them, but I know that there's stories that do circulate within the media about people who were caught out for doing things that are totally acceptable in their home country, and then they came to the UAE and whatever they did in public or whatever, it was not allowed and they were arrested. So I know that a lot of you who may be thinking to move to Dubai in the future, this could be a great concern to you. I had heard similar stories before I came to Dubai, and of course it was a concern of mine also, but I can't say that there's anything that I would be doing in public or tempted to do without knowing. Yes, you need to respect the Muslim culture, therefore meaning you need to dress modestly and respectfully, you need to respect their culture and their religion, and you also need to do no public displays of affection, that's what it is, in public. So no holding hands, no kissing in public. It's just not accepted, and there's no need to, and there's no reason to go and try and decipher why they don't want that in their culture. It's just, you just need to accept it and respect it. So move right on. Don't get caught up in why it is that they have that rule and that law. Just respect just respect it and refrain from doing those things when you are in public. Sports. What sports can you play in Dubai? A lot of you who responded to my Facebook post wanted to know what group sports or team sports that you can do in Dubai. So I haven't played any team sports myself in Dubai. However, I know that there are many team sports that are running all year round, but also specifically in the winter time when you can play outdoor team sports because the temperature is just much more bearable. So you can play, I know that they have basketball, soccer, rugby, football, all of those sports. You can also play tennis. They have really big tennis center in Garhoud in Dubai. There's just many sports that you can play. There's also classes like aerobics classes, Pilates, lots of things. I can't remember all of them off the top of my head. Yoga. There's plenty of gyms. There are so many gyms in Dubai, as well as all of the mainstream gyms, you know, Fitness First and all of those really big gyms that you can go to all around the world. Yes, they have those in Dubai. So once you've got your membership, you can just go right ahead and all of that is available to you. So I go to the gym as much as I can in Dubai. We have a gym in my apartment building. Most apartment buildings will have that. So keeping fit and keeping active in Dubai can feel really intimidating at the beginning because everybody is aware that Dubai is built in the desert and it's very hot. But actually it's very easy to stay fit, keep active in Dubai because you can do a lot of indoor sports. There's the gyms, and then in the wintertime you can also do those outdoor sports. So there's so much to do. There is beautiful beaches in Dubai as well. In the summertime it can get a bit hot. The water can be a little bit not as refreshing to swim in. However, in the winter time it's beautiful. You can do stand-up paddleboarding, you can do kite surfing, normal surfing, boogie boarding, snorkeling, diving, everything. So all of that is available to you as well because Dubai is set on a really beautiful part of the Gulf. So that's something else that you can expect and enjoy when you are in Dubai. Healthcare system in Dubai is actually very good. So healthcare is something that we all want to know that we have available to us before we move to a new country. I am very fortunate that I work for a company. I work for Emirates Airlines, and I am entitled to, I've got healthcare cover with my on my contract for my employment. So fortunately for me, out of all of the hospitals and emergencies and all sorts of practitioners and clinics, I can access all of those with my healthcare cover. So depending on what job you are moving to Dubai for will determine whether or not this is available to you as well. So for me, actually, the benefits are very good. It's going to depend on what position you obtain. Just for Emirates, for example, it's going to depend on what position you have gained with Emirates. I am a cabin crew, and it's going to depend on what grade you are within that position will determine what healthcare cover you have. So for me, the healthcare cover is very good. It's actually, in some respects, it's better than even what I would have available to me in my home country in Australia. So it's really impressive. Thankfully, and I'm so blessed to be quite a healthy person, I haven't needed any of the healthcare cover except dental. I have required a lot of dental healthcare cover throughout my time. I've been working for Emirates for just over 2 years, and unfortunately for me, I have had to take advantage of that dental cover in both years. I had quite a few cavities that needed fillings and so on, and I just stumbled across a really excellent dental clinic within Dubai. It's in Healthcare City, which is right in the middle. It's very accessible. I was so lucky to stumble across this dentist. They are called the Dubai French Dental Clinic. I'm going to put the link below for you. I cannot recommend them highly enough. I wouldn't usually talk about something like this on a video like this, but I know that a lot of you have been asking about health related things on my Facebook page. So I wanted to cover this for you because the guys at Dubai French Dental Clinic, Dr. Ahmed and the whole team are amazing. They are so wonderful. They have taken care of me so well in my 2 years in Dubai so far. They have been able to accommodate me last minute. I can pretty much always call and get an appointment next day. They have just been amazing. I am not a fan of going to the dentist. I never have been. I I just can't believe how comfortable they've made me feel in my time there. So I'm going to very much recommend them to you if, unfortunately, if you need to attend and go and visit a dentist when you are in Dubai. That is who I would recommend that you go and see. And actually, because they are aware that I'm doing my videos here on YouTube, I asked them if there is anything that I can offer you guys who are my viewers here on YouTube. So Dr. Ahmed was very happy to offer all of you who are watching this, if you ever need a dentist in Dubai, the guys at French Dental Clinic are going to offer you 40% off all of your dental treatments. Now that is a really wonderful deal. When you think about how expensive dental treatments are in general, 40% off is a really excellent deal. They're going to offer free consultations, a discount off x-rays, I can't remember what the percentage was, and I think 40 or 50% off teeth whitening as well. They do laser whitening in French Dental Clinic, and I've had that done twice in the past. It's something I don't really tend to need or want to do at all because I whiten my own teeth naturally and it's sufficient for me. It's more than enough. However, if you want to have them cosmetically whitened by the laser whitening, they do that. They're going to offer you, I think it's 40 or 50% off. I can't remember. So I'm going to write down all of the discounts that they're going to offer you. All you need to do when you call or when you attend a French Dental Clinic, you just need to say, Lisa Single sent me. I was referred by Lisa Single. You just quote my name, Lisa Single, and they're going to take you in. They're going to take wonderful care of you, and they're going to offer you all of those discounts that I just mentioned to you. So I'm going to clarify all of the discounts and I'm going to list them below. I'm going to link their website. What else? Facebook. I'm going to link my Facebook page, and I'm also going to put my Instagram details below, which is at Lisa Single. So if there is anything else that you want to know, please don't hesitate to leave me a comment below. You can go ahead and follow me on Instagram because I'm posting a lot of pictures that I've taken throughout my travels around the world. So you can follow me there, and if you want to request any future tutorials or videos here on YouTube, you can go ahead to my Facebook page. You can like it and you can post on there what it is that you would like to see in the future. So I really hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. Please take care, and I will see you soon. Bye.